show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So, good evening. It's Sunday, and Yogi, he's done it again. He's the top man for giving me those coffees and Kit Kats, no doubt. So, top man Yogi. Anyway, everybody else, top people. I've got quite a few in. I've got 28 in the house. Now, unfortunately, on this this software that I'm using, I can't see the likes. So if I got 33 in the house, that's got to be 33 likes, I reckon. It don't cost nothing, guys. It's all free, you know. So tonight, anyway, I better explain what's happened now. As always with me, I've changed it again. So at the moment, it's going to be every Sunday, go live from 9 p.m. and we'll see how we go with the questions. But the Wednesday bit, I'm not going to do it, guys. I found last Wednesday, I was there watching the telly at 7:30, and I fell asleep. So I woke up about 8:30, thinking, "Oh yeah, I think I'm supposed to be doing something today." And anyway, don't just before we get interrupted here, because I can see on it the free sticker Sunday thing hasn't happened yet. I will give you a little reminder, and you've got 5 minutes to do it in. And what's going to happen? I'm not going to tell you when I'm going to do it because you're going to turn off. There'd be like a magic twinkle sound, and then you got 5 minutes in that 5 minute slot. Say free sticker Sunday, and then you got a chance to win it. And then I'll stop it when you hear the trumpet. It'd be a sad trumpet, and that'll be finished. Anyway, that'll be it for this Sunday, because next Sunday during the day, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go randomly during the day. I'm going to go live for 5 minutes, like I did today, and you got to say free sticker Sunday, and on that show later on, that's the plan, I will pick the winner. Now, I won't do the winner today because I'm going to let the guys who missed it. Look, John was one of them. He wasn't listening properly. You got to do it in the live, not in the description. I mean, in the comments later after the show. You got to do it live. You're going to get it. I'm not going to make it too complicated. I probably would already made it complicated by saying all this. So yeah, I'm going to go give you 5 minutes later on in the show. You can put the free sticker Sunday up, and then next Sunday, like I said, I'll pick the winner. But like I said, next Sunday, randomly during the day, I'll go live for 5 minutes only. You can say free sticker Sunday, and then on that, which will be next Sunday, I'll pick the winner. Anyway, let's get on with it at the moment. So I've got quite a few questions. I'll just put up. I mean, I was amazed anyway because I went live this morning. I think I went live about 9 o'clock-ish, I think, and I did have toothpaste. Oh yeah, I've got toothpaste. So if you can see that, these are the guys that did come on the live chat. I've got my hand all over it, and I don't know. Yeah, so trying to get that camera on it. Anyway, these guys here. But like I said, I'm going to give you another 5 minutes. You know, I'm so generous. And where's that sticker gone? Because it's massive. The camera's up there, isn't it? There it is. So that's up for grabs, which is good. So I explained all that. Hopefully you all understood that. And don't go by that clock above my head. Because I think it's already 5 past already. That clock, Chinese shop. So let's get straight into the questions. Now, some of these questions I actually answered last week in the live, which to me is no. So it's everything back to front when you do it on the camera. So I'm just going to see. Right, John's got here. If you want a coffee, come by this week and you get 2 coffees. John? Oh, yeah, because I know you're on the Condado, aren't you? So, yeah, I'll take you up on that offer. Let's see. It might be Tuesday, John. Right? Tuesday. I'll send you a message. So, here we go. So, let's have a quick look at the comments a minute before we get into it. Loads of people. Let's see if there's anything there. Even Sean, Ian from a cold and damp Gloucestershire. We got Anik. Got loads of. I'm not going to mention everybody's name because this won't ever end, will it? Kevson, Colin, Lynn, Jackie, Andrew, Des. Oh, I bet Des is in there. Oh, and Kath and Mick and Kath's in there as well. The Fly Boy's in. Deborah, B2 Man's in. All right, then. Anything else? No. So, good. No questions in there. So, let's get on with it. So, it's just gone 6 minutes past. Right, this is from Tim. Good question, this one. Now, this one's referring to Camposol. I can't answer for other places around Spain. And Flyboys just put a question. Anyway, this is Tim's. Does the music from the commercial centre affect your sleep at any time of the year? Now, he's obviously on about A and B. Now, I think on B, the houses are not so close to the shopping centre, whereas obviously on A, where I live, it's just across the road from me. But to be honest, what have I put on here? I'll just read. I've made some notes. So at the moment, I don't know, ever since COVID finished, okay, hang on. This company's put up a reminder because I'm using it free, see, and they always trying to make you pay for it. Yeah, ever since COVID finished, things have still gradually picking up again. There's a lot more stuff going on at weekends, especially, but things are starting to come back during the week. But obviously, this time of year it is a little bit quiet. Weekends are the main thing, but here on Camposol there is a sort of a noise curfew. So after midnight, if there's any racket going on, anyway, the music on the bars, because they're all any music that goes on campus has to have a license, and obviously if they break the license, then they won't be able to have any music. So they do keep within the rules, and usually they're well finished before this time of year, probably about 10 o'clock at night. But obviously in the summer they can go up to midnight, and that's it. And obviously, people that have parties in their back gardens, they can get reported after midnight. They have to get permission from the police. So, yeah, I mean, and what we found, I mean, some of the music's really good. Some of it, not some of it's a bit pants, but most of it's pretty good. So, yeah, it's pretty good music. If I have the doors open, it's fine. If we shut the door and the windows, we can't hear it. And if you go into where we watch the telly, we can't hear it at all, really. But if you've got the windows open, you can. I mean, to me, it doesn't bother me. I think in the summertime, sometimes you can hear across, say, over to B. But to me, no bother. Obviously, a lot of people that live on D, on Camposol, are fine because they're away from it all. So I suppose that's something to think about, isn't it? If you're looking to buy on Camposol A and B, you might get a bit of music. But to be honest, I quite enjoy it myself. But hey, I suppose it's not everybody's cup of tea. Right. So I did notice. I have to stop there and make a note of that. So I'll put that there. Now I did see a comment there. I think it was here it is, Flyboy. I've got a question for you. Anytime, do you think Camposol was getting worse for its break-ins and squatters since you first moved there? So I had a burp there. No. It's I mean, I suppose I didn't really know about the squatters thing. Obviously break-ins, you know, you're going to get out anywhere. Yeah, we've had a few break-ins lately, but it's nothing more than you normally get. And the squatters, I think people are getting more savvy with the squatters. The squatters know what they're doing. They have got a lot more rights here in Spain. And the main thing is, if you know somebody who's got a holiday home, and if they ain't got anybody looking after it, and it does get broken into, you've got 48 hours to get them out. But you've got to have the owner's permission. The owner's got to deal with it. It's no good, calling the police out, because the police will want to know who the owner is. It's up to the owner. The owner's got 48 hours to get them out. After that, then it becomes going to court. There was a couple of companies around Spain. I call them heavy boys, that will get out your squatters if they're just not going. And some squatters are pretty crafty. They look for the empty properties. You can't get them out, because if they can't find who the owner is, the squatters get in. Usually I think they borrow a kid or something. If they got a kid, they won't get out. But to be honest, I've never had any out. Just across from the road from us, we've had a squatter now. Probably it's his second year. He's been pretty fine. He keeps the place sort of tidy-ish. He's no problem. I know some squatters can be a pain in the arse, but usually they get driven out anyway. But now I don't think it's got any worse. So, my question, Yogi, any good wines that you can recommend? Yogi, am I going to suppose I'm not a wine drinker? I mean, I'll tell you, all I can say with the wine is, if you go, we actually on A, you got a proper wine shop. I think you can get bottles of wine for a couple of euros. I like a bit of red wine. I'll just go for the cheap stuff. I couldn't. Yogi, when you come over, we'll do a bit of connoisseuring, and we will check it out. Now, I know Chris, who comes up from UPSTICKS, he goes into it's got a name for it. I can't think of what it is at the moment. And he goes in there, and he Mercer do some special wines, and even they don't cost that much. But now I can't answer that one, other than I buy the cheap stuff. Kev, right, what's this? Come on. Where here and D. Dropped a bomb. Okay, that's good. What? Right, that's why we had police control on the. What? That's why we had police control on Camposol tonight. Okay, I don't know about that. Does the racket you refer to include you snoring? Oh, very funny, Yogi. That's the wife. And she ain't here, thankfully. She's in Cornwall. Have you had your lettuce? Shut up. And we ain't started the free sticker Sunday thing yet. So has Camposol received yes, right. That's a good one. I forget what you call it now, other than the cardiac equipment. Yeah, that's got a name for it as well. Now, I know a couple of places on Camposol have got them outside. Obviously, as always with Spain, you have to be qualified person to use it, which I suppose is quite, understandable. Now, on Camposol, if you didn't know, we got a group called FAST. They're a bit like the St. John's ambulance. So if anybody falls over seriously, what you obviously first do is call the ambulance, and then you call FAST. It's a voluntary group. They come out. They will aid you. Maybe you have to pack your bag for the hospital, but also they can give that treatment. And there's a machine outside Cat's Bar. I know on B, I think one of the bars there. I'm not too sure where. They're always quite prominent, and there's numbers on them. Nobody can't. It's not obviously, you just can't take it off the wall. You have to have the pass key for it. But usually, there's always a fast. Well, as far as I know, there's always somebody on call 24/7. As far as I know, and there's one. I know there's one in the social centre on B. I believe on D, where there's football pitches, there's a house across the road from it that carries one as well. Obviously, the more the better, really. But as far as I know, there are 4 machines, which is good to hear. Right. So there you are, Yogi. Well done. Are there any massage parlours on Camposol? Asking for Yogi. No, as far as I know. I mean, I don't know. There could be some private villa that I don't know about. Swedish massage parlour. No, as far as I know, no massage. That's something at Camposol hasn't got probably a massage. But obviously, they got the private hospital doctors on a. They have a what do you call it, a practitioner that does the massaging. But I think Craig's on about something else somehow. Oh, thank you very much. So that's it. Keith got a defib. See, I can't even pronounce that word properly. A defibrillator. Yeah. So right. So we've done that. What time is it now? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Give you a clue. I'm going to give you 5 minutes now. I'm going to mark that time down. And John's there waiting to press the buzzer. Now I'm not sure how it's going to work on here because this thing never gets right. It's 9:17. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to press that there. I'm going to do the right. Anybody now in the live comments there? You got 5 minutes to say free sticker Sunday. Now on air, looking at this, let's have a look. I've got your names, so that's good. So I can copy them down as well. So let's have a look now. Oh, Phil, yeah, top man. Right, so hang on, let's get this right. If I put a name down, right, okay. Everybody's so quick, aren't they? Right, Dal Boy. So right, because I'm not sure how it works on the this software. Dal Boy, and so right, I'm not going to write all the names down, but you got 5 minutes. So that's all that. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22. Right, 22. Okay. So, yeah. I'm not going to say nothing now because I'm going to have to concentrate on that 5 minutes because I'll probably go over knowing me. But the next question coming up will be from Emma and Bob. So, Emma and Bob, hang in there. And I've got to thank Phil for that. You're top man, Phil. You're probably thinking, what's Phil got to do? He's bought me a coffee. He's a top man, and probably get out I might be able to get a little cake out of that. Anyway, how's it going? We all got lots of people there. I'll be honest, I was quite amazed this morning. I've got quite a few there that I haven't bothered counting yet. And looking at tonight, I'm probably going to get a lot. Oh, Rob's put it in as well. Hey, Rob, yeah, Doodah and Yogi again, because I'm sure you. Anyway, I will be checking the list later on because obviously some of you that was on this morning put your names down, even though looking at Yogi, he wasn't on this morning, so you're all right. All right, how we doing? All right. Hi, Sean. Have you finished answering the questions sent in from last? No, Peter. You're all right. But I do, guys, in the video below, there's a description in the comments. If you have got any questions, can you put them on there as well? Because I don't tend, obviously, to now, at the moment on the live, I can answer some of those now. But if you've got any more further questions, if you add them below in the comments, I can add that to the list. I've got a few. I've got a few to get through. I don't want to obviously get through them all because I have nothing to talk about next Sunday. But I've got quite a few. But the more questions, the better. Right. I said 22. So you got 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. I've got quite a lot here, haven't I? God. And obviously, it's got to be free sticker Sunday, not free flipper or something else. Akai. That name rings a bell. That name, Akai. Are you still allowed to wear socks with sandals when walking around Camposol? Craig, some people, I know they're on holiday, but they look right state sometimes, all white, and they're wearing long shorts and funny sandals with socks. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, Craig, I'm one of those where I'm wearing socks at the moment because it's still a little bit chilly. Um, I'll be honest, John, your name comes up as John, so I hope we don't get a load of Johns tonight. Oh yeah, and don't put it down 2 or 3 times because it's not gonna be any extra. Well, anyway, we're coming up to, we've got a minute left, I think. So I don't want to be too generous because I'll be spending half the night seeing who it is. I probably won't put up I won't put up the full post and probably into the week, guys, because I'm feeling a bit tired now. Right. No, we still got how many seconds? I don't know. We're still doing it. Anybody just popping in now? I'm just doing the Free Sticker Sunday gap, which is just about to finish. Can I find it? Yes. Okay. With it was yes. Right. That's it. Right. That's it. No more Free Sticker Sundays after this. Obviously, you're gonna have to, if you come in later on now, you're gonna have to wait until next Sunday. But now it's finished. So let's get back into the comments. So Yogi's put it in again just to make sure he's got a chance of not winning it. So anyway, as we're back to normal now, I think, right, let's see who's the last one on there. Akai. And Yogi. Okay. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, getting back into the questions. Now, next question is from Emma and Bob. Hi, Sean. Can you recommend a decent dentist either on Camposol or in the port? Heard it's cheaper and easier to go into a dentist than it is in the UK. Thinking of visiting a recommended one when we are next out. If you know of any. Much appreciated. Love the show. Emma and Bob from Bradford, West Yorkshire. Right. Oh, not far from you, Mick and Kath, if you're still watching me. I think you are, because I just seen you come up a minute ago. So anyway, good one that. Now, I'll be honest, I don't like dentists. I had a fantastic dentist guy back in the UK, Scottish guy he was, amazing. I loved him. Not that much, but I did like him doing my teeth. And ever since I've been here, I haven't been to the dentist. So I've been here over 9 years. I know I should go to the dentist, but I haven't. I've still got teeth in my mouth, but I haven't been to a dentist. But my wife has, and she used. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put it on the screen because I've got no chance of reading this. So let's have a look. Can you see? So, Bob and Emma, if you're watching tonight, can you see that name there? The Clinico Dental Francisco Rods. Yeah, that one. Well, anyway, that just to give you a quick clue where that is, that's down in the port. And as you're driving past the 2 boats on the roundabout, as you drive into the port, as you're coming into the main square where the roundabout is, you got the tourist information office. But just before that, on the right hand side, you see a window. The window's got a big, massive, big teeth, like a big smiley face on it. That's that dentist. Now she went in there. She had a checkup. They didn't charge her for it. They only charged her for, obviously, she had some. I think she had a filling done or something. And like you said, it's not. It is a lot cheaper here than it is in the UK. Obviously, here in Spain, even though we're on the Spanish health system, that doesn't cover you for dentist work, as far as I know. Maybe in some other parts of Spain they do, but not as far as I know here. You have to pay for it out your own pocket. I don't know about insurance companies. I think if you're on private health, some of the private health things in there, blob is will give you dental care. So, what is interesting, um, in that area down in the port, there's 8 dentists. It's a big business here in Spain, I think, dentists. And like you said, most of the time you don't even have to book an appointment. You can just walk in there. I mean, I don't know if they do the job straight away, but they will have a quick look at your teeth. But yeah, there's 8 of them. Now on Camposol, there used to be one on B. I don't think there's one on the health centre anymore, as far as I know. And yeah, I can't say. Oh yeah, I know a dentist. Somebody told me about, because I haven't been to the dentist, but I know my wife would recommend that dentist. I'll do it again, just in case. Dunk. Yeah. So whoever's watching that, Emma and Bob, get down there, get your teeth sorted. So 3 sausages. So you got no chance. 3 sausages. Funny enough, how did you know I did have 2 sausages tonight with baked beans? Anyway, getting back. This is a question from Peter, and we'll have a quick look in there as well in a minute, guys, to see if there's any more questions in the live chat. Peter, hi Sean, looking to move to Spain probably in 2026, which is next year. Coming over in May to look around a few areas from the Casada to Camposol. Can you give me your opinion, good or bad, for sector A and B? Looking at them because it's where all the amenities are. Good question. As I always say, guys, if you're looking at Camposol to buy a property, be it any of the sectors, I always say, guys, you got to come here and have a look yourself. Some people, okay, you want to be near the amenities, and you might have a look at it and think, oh, I don't know, and you go over to D, which is the furthest sector, bit out the way, but it's not that too far out the way, and you might fall in love with a property there. But it's not just about the property; it's also about the area. You might not like the area, so I always say you got to come here and have a look yourself. Um, they're both the same, obviously. B's got a little bit more. Obviously, on B, you got the supermarket, you got the garage, you got the bank, you got the money exchange, you got loads of. There's more amenities there, but then on A, you got loads there. So yeah, you haven't got a good choice. But then you don't forget on C, you've got the golf club, and it's open to everybody. Because I can remember in the UK, you couldn't just walk into a golf club there, really, if you want a member. But here, they don't seem to bother about that. So you obviously got music on the golf club, and you got age concern, and I think no, maybe not. Maybe not hairdressers. Oh yeah, I think there is. I think there is a hairdressers up on Upper C, and then over on D, you've got a church. You've got. I know it's not for everybody, but come on, there's a lot of religious people out there somewhere. You've got the laundry shop place. That's about it, yeah. But obviously, A and B are the main ones. So, Peter, you've got to come out and have a look. And as you're coming out in May, put it on your list. Spend a day or so having a look around. So let's have a quick look, see if there's any questions. I can just see one there. All right, just have a look. I'll tell you what, 53 in the house. So that means I must have 53 thumbs ups. Somebody's going to tell me, aren't they? I've only got 3. I've got 53 in the house. Okay, so are Kit Kats cheaper in Spain? No. Wish they were. That's why I love Kit Kats, see? Right. That's what we got. That's what we got. I'll just mark that one, just in case I go over that one again. Right, that's where we get to. Just in case I missed out anything. Okay, so I'm going down the list here I'm looking at the live chat. I got sunburnt today, says John. Well, you see, there you are, John. You was complaining this morning, saying it's a bit foggy, and then this afternoon that sun popped out. Burn yourself. I think it's 21 today in the shade. Right, so yeah, Akai, no, Kit Kats are more expensive here, unfortunately. Did Yogi ever win the sticker last year? I can't say that, Des. I don't think he did, thinking about it. He's always trying to bribe me. Okay, so Craig's mentioned one there in our Hammer, Fusion Dentist. Right, here we go. Free Kit Kats under, wish it was. Yes, so Mick and Kath are still hanging on there. Well done, guys. Yeah, Yogi wanted to get his teeth sorted out, but he chickened out in the end and he's done back in the UK. All right. Are there any? All right. There are good dentists just off the doctors. Yep. Right. Free sausages, which it was. How active are the traffic police in the Camposol region? Traffic police? Is there such a thing? I mean, there are. I mean, what I've noticed is it seems to be the motorbike boys seem to be in for the traffic because obviously they're very good at pulling in people for speeding. But I've never really come across, like in the UK, you got that Voss a lot, haven't you? But here you got the Guardia. Um, I don't know. Obviously, we do get police on Camposol. They do. I saw one the other day. They don't walk about here on Camposol. They do go around in cars. They mostly hang about on the roundabouts, pulling over people, checking their licenses, and making sure they got all the right, correct stuff. Especially you holiday makers, make sure you got your passport on you because if you get caught down on the beach, I believe last year a German couple was on the beach. They both got fined. I think it was €100 each. So yeah, make sure you got your passports on you, guys. I saw a lady on the Place in the Sun got done the other day for tapping on her screen on her car. €100. They don't mess about here, the police. How they do it? Because you never see them when you don't want to see them, if you get what I mean. But yeah, I haven't seen what you call traffic police. Right, you must have a good set of teeth, Sean. I think so. I've got a couple of gaps in my mouth, unfortunately. Well, there we go. Emma's, yes. So that you, Emma and Bob. Well done. Yeah, have a look. What's the best breakfast you've had in Spain? The best breakfast? Come on. How am I supposed to answer that one? Especially me, because if I say, oh yeah, thingy down the road, I'll get black from the other one, won't I? To be honest, I haven't really had a really bad breakfast from any of them, really. Yeah, I can't answer that one, really. I can't do recommendations, really, Geek. But I've had a bad one. I mean, I'm amazed on some of the prices. I think you can pay like €6.50 for a full breakfast. Obviously, you want to be gutsy, you spend a bit more. But yeah, right. This is out. Question here from Ian. Question: since you've last filmed your tour around Sector D, much appreciated during that video, you mentioned the possibilities of the hotel opening up. Any more news on that? No, nothing. No, I thought because the golf club was taken over sort of like near the end of last year, and the golf club, the guy that's taken it over, he's a Spanish guy. He did have a connection. He had some sort of connection. He was a security guy with the hotel, and I did think maybe he was going to, take over the hotel as well, but apparently not. And I haven't heard, we haven't heard nothing. There hasn't been no ding dongs about, because you always get rumours floating about, but there's been nothing going on at the hotel. But I can assure you, once something starts, the vehicles turn up, it happened. All I can say is that whole complex, it will only be the main building, maybe where the pools are, whenever it does take off. But there's nothing at the moment here, unfortunately. Right. I've stayed at the country club last September with the families of Ben, top man. Are those Kit Kats any no good for your nashers? Of course they are. I mean, I hate to say this. When you get an old person like me, you don't care. um, right. On lower C, age concern, and yes, you're correct. I forgot them. There is a funeral directors on C. I think it's called White Dove. 37, says Susan. That was 6 minutes ago. I've got 49 in the house. I've only got 37 likes. Oh, and Yogi said there was 62 in the house. Anyway, unfortunately, it's dropped down to 49 now. Oh, 51. It's gone up a bit now. Obviously, some people coming in again. 34 thumbs up. But hey, come on. It didn't cost you nothing. I'm not sure if the golf club needs a handicap certificate. Police this evening. See, John was saying police this evening on Camposol. Well, a good time to catch people coming out the pub. Apparently, that's another thing that's going on in Spain now. They got tolerance on drinking. Now, I don't know if that's been passed by the royal decree. So if you've been drinking, you're going to get done. So just be warned. All right. Oh, Sean, the S1 medical card, how do you get an appointment with it? And if more serious, how do you get moved on to the hospital with it? Glenn, that's another good question. Now, right, the S1 medical card. Yeah, you obviously when you get your S1 approved by the place in the UK, I forget what it's called now. If you check out Gov UK, it'll give you all those sort of details. Once you get your S1 approved, you can go down. Luckily, on Camposol, we go down to the medical centre here, Spanish Medical Centre, and then you're put your name on the list there, and then they send you down to the small hospital that's in Mazarron, and you go upstairs. I think it's room 52, but obviously you have to book it. You have to get a number. The ludicrous thing is you go down into the reception. You have to book an appointment, and you don't usually get it the same day. You have to go down the next day or next week. You get your little token, and you go up to room 52, I think it is, and you go in there. He didn't speak any English. But you can use your Google Translate because all he wants to know is confirm your name, address, and your telephone number. Now, I'm going to say I had my medical card when I first got here, but when I became a resident, I got my medical card just before COVID, and then it only lasts for a couple of years. And you had to go back. I've been down there twice. No, 3 times I've been down there now. And I think so. I can't remember. I mean, I haven't got a medical card. It's out of date. Jan's got hers the other month. And I'm thinking that if you got a digital signature, you can get it that way. But what it was at the time, the company that was making the cards went bankrupt, or they just disappeared, and nobody were getting any cards. And it's in the postal thing. But all you got to do, guys, if you go down to the main hospital, you just show your TIE card, which has got obviously your residential number on there and your NIE number, and that's good enough. We've been down there quite a few times when Jan's walked into lampposts and that. don't say that, of course, but we've been down at A&E department and we just show them our TIE card and they're happy with that because you're on the system anyway. But obviously making sure that you have contacted the UK first with your S1, if that's any help, Glenn. Emma, another thought. We want to buy electric bikes when we come out. Saw that Harvey had ridden his to the port on one of his past videos. How did you get there without going down RM3? Yeah. Well, as I don't ride a bike, that's a good question, Emma. But I think you can. I don't know if you know, but the old railway track, which they call it the Greenway now, which runs the back of Camposol A, and that goes right down in the Mazarron. What it is, you go on that track, and they have actually been concrete in some of the sections now to make it even smoother. But it runs through the Mazarron Country Club. You then go right through all the other fields. It's a proper route, and it will take you right down in the Mazarron. And you can, on some of the other backtracks, I mean, it's a bit hard for me to explain because you're not going to remember all that, but you can go on the backtrack. Yeah, but I've seen people on bikes, maybe not the RM3, but on the other roads, obviously. Yeah, but if you notice, on a lot of especially the RM3, you've got the service roads. There's another thing I love about Spain. Either side of the main roads, you've got service roads, and you can ride your bikes along them. So you can do it, but I'm not the man to ask that, of course, because I don't ride a bike. And if you want to know where to get a bike from, you can. There's a shop down in Bolwavo. There's a shop down in the port near that dentist. So yeah, right. And that yogis have sort of said that there's many bike rides, but that if you look up the Greenway for Mazarron, it will show you the route. You can actually go from Mazarron down to Toltana, and if you're really energetic, you can actually ride all the way to Cartagena. Right, here we go. We're still. I'll get no. I've got 49 in the house, so I must have 49 likes now. Must be doing right on the time. I'm seeing 45 thumbs at the moment, Sean, says Kev. Well done. So that's not bad. I've got 49 in the house. I've only got 45. Come on, you people. Anyway, Skillet's asking. I know that name, don't I? Any issues with parking outside property? Some vehicles look abandoned or blocking your drive. Yeah, another question there, I suppose, isn't it? Now, some places on Camposol have got a little sign outside their house that which you have to pay for. And I'm right in thinking if that runs out and you park it in front of your own gateway, you can get done. But I park outside our house. I park outside my house all the time. I don't think there's any big issue. I mean, obviously you're blocking somebody's gateway. I'm sure if you just tell them I'm going to call the police, they'll move it. I've never heard of anybody having problems. People park. I mean, it's like where I live. Obviously, loads of people park outside our place because they want to go over to the shops and whatever, all the markets, especially Mondays and Thursdays here on A. It's manic on the streets there, but they don't tend to block anybody's driveway. I've never had a problem with that. And we don't get traffic wardens. That's another good thing. But what did surprise me, because I mean, most places you go, especially down in the Mazarron, I mean, there are certain areas where you've got a blue line or a red line, I'd park on them, but there's no problem with parking. It's all free parking. But when I went to Toltana one time to have a chat with the touristy people, I was parking on the blue line. She said, "Oh, don't park on the blue line." And then when I come back, there was a meter. So yeah, some towns do have meters, but that's one thing I love about Spain. You usually go most places, and you can park for nothing. But no, doesn't seem to be any issues parking outside your property. I know if you leave your car there and you ain't got no tax or whatever, yeah, the police will move it, and they do that every now and again. They just turn up with a truck it on the truck, and it's off down to the compound. If you go down to Mazarron town, you see the little where the police station is. They've got a nice compound there. There's loads of cars in there. But I never had anybody out on campus having any problems with parking. Right then. Okay. So then what makes sense? Right, okay. So I'm just reading some of those. Which part of Cornwall is Jan staying, says Des. We're just over the border in Devon. Good question, that, Des. Cornwall. To be honest, I can't even remember. They can't have many airports, can they, in Cornwall? I think it's in the middle somewhere. No, I don't even know. I mean, I've got to pick her up next week, but I haven't been given a proper time yet. But yeah, it's in Cornwall. You know, it's not a big place, is it, Cornwall? Oh, Ben said, oh, he's in Devon as well. Shank, oh no, question from Yogi. What's the best place you visited in Spain? Ah, Yogi, now you've asked me this question, but I'm not going to get round to it today because I was getting on a bit now. No, I'm not going to answer that question, Yogi, because you asked me that question. Yeah, you did. So I'm not going to say that. I'm going to save that when I get around to doing those questions. Which I think now will be next Sunday, which is good. Right. Oh, I think you got another one. Oh, hang on, David's got one. Are there any facilities? See, these words I have a problem with sometimes in Camposol for motorhomes. That's a good question, that, David. Are there any facilities? You mean like parking, maybe? I mean, we got obviously a few car parks. I think on D, I've seen quite a few, not quite a few, but I've seen some camper vans parking on the gravel car park. There's a bus there at the moment. I think it's been there about a month, which is like a converted motorhome. But there's no. I think what you're on about, you're probably on about toilets or other than you obviously can use the bars and that. And water. I think I know at the garage there's a water thing there, but I think you've got to pay for that one. But if you go down to the BP garage on the RM3, it's free water there. But there's no such thing as a motorhome because I've been told off before. Can't call them camper vans, as Mick and Kath has told me. They're called motorhomes. So you're right there, David. They're motorhome, but there's no facility. Oh, but saying that, on A and on D, there is the laundrette. I think the one on, well, I think both of them during the day you can go in there and leave your laundrettes. I haven't used them, slot machine things, isn't it? And you can clean your clothes and that. So I suppose that's one facility that you could use. Right. Okay. So Yogi's got that one out of the way. Is Newquay Airport still open? I think so. I think Newquay. I can remember my wife saying something about Newquay, and there's another one called Red Roof. Red Roof. Penzance? No, not Penzance. Oh, right. How many? Okay, Phil's got one. How many deals do you have in your? How many deals? How many deals do you have in your basement? Drone and expat must have a big basement. Do you mean how many drones I got? I got a few, Phil. I don't want to say how many I got, do I? Be broken into. I got a lot. I got a lot of drones. It is a big. I'll tell you what, it's a massive basement. I mean, one of the luckiest things I think when we come across this basement, we could put another floor above this. But it's all about money, isn't it? But my wife next door in her little storeroom there, she's putting a mezzanine. I never even heard of this word, mezzanine, and it's a metal structure, another floors that she's put in. Yeah, we've been lucky. It's massive, but the wife said I can't keep buying drones. But I'm deaf, thankfully, in one ear. Right, hang on. Right, got that. Right, Sean, where exactly is the pie and mash shop? Right, the pie and mash. It's not a shop, but I don't know if they're still doing it. Down in the port where all the bars are and that, La Vista, they were doing during the week a pie and mash night. And I must say, I'm not never even heard of until I met before I met Steve and Manning. Never even heard of pie and mash. They love pie and mash, and they were pretty impressed when we went there. And that's the Love Vista, but I got a feeling it's been taken over. So I don't know if they're still doing the pie and mash, but there's no pie and mash shop unless you want to start up a pie and mash shop, maybe. Glenn. Right, here we go. See, I'm doing well, aren't I? Doing well. All right, I think they reopened it. Yeah, and that's right. They did reopen, and for some reason they had to shut again. I think it's probably to do because they're doing a lot of music there, and it's probably more to do with the licenses. They love it here in Spain. You've got to have all your licenses up to date, once you can't do it. So making Catherine having the laugh. I think I've caught up now. Um, Dodging firms and rice. Loads of motorhomes are now parking. Yeah, I noticed that. I did notice, John, on the Condado, outside the security gates, there's a parking area there, and there's quite a few camper vans there. And when I mentioned it back in the summer, they were saying it's because they were used to have camper vans in the car park outside I call it the Casa place. Um, and they say it's because they had the market, but the market's finished now, and these camper vans are still out there. So I don't know if that's illegal, because obviously I know the outer perimeter's got nothing to do with Condado. It's to do with Alhambra de Murcia Council, because I noticed further down you got a lorry park. So Ian saying, Sean, please recommend days out to visit near towns and villages which are easy to drive to. Ian says. Okay, so obviously the two main, well, no, it's quite a few really. You got Mazarron. I mean, Mazarron's a nice town, and obviously then you got the port, which is separate. So they're two lovely places. Mazarron town's got a bit of history. You got some old buildings that you can visit, like the old town hall, the casino, and then you've got down in the port. You've got a few places. If you pop into the tourist information office in the main square of the port, they can give you a map, and they will. If you have to ask them, and there's a few places around there that you can visit. Some of the museums, and those museums are free. There's even a little museum in Bolhuevo, it's the old church building, and then you've got the Toltana, an old Spanish town, quite a big town. Got a few places there you can visit. Market Day, I can't remember. It's in the week, obviously, and the markets are, good markets. Sunday market down in the port. I think Saturdays it's that Mazarron town. I'm not too sure the days for Toltana and Alhambra. The other one, yeah, the Alhambra de Murcia, where you got the castle ruined on the hill. You got a bathhouse there, which I believe is free. We've got a brilliant tourist information office there, ever so helpful. They're the nearest ones. They're only about 10, 15-minute drive. So hopefully that's giving you a bit of help there, Ian. If not, check out my YouTube channel and the playlist under Camposol. Got loads of places to visit there. Some I've actually driven to. You can follow those routes. All right, we got. Right, Yogi's asking, are you going to start another abandoned series in the future? What I've done now, Yogi, I've got another channel called Retiring to Spain, and I'm doing my abandoned stuff on that. But at the moment, I haven't been out a lot, really. I went out the other day with Harvey. But yeah, I will still be doing the abandoned stuff, but it's not going to be on this channel anymore. It's going to be on my Retiring to Spain channel. Right. Ben saying about the guns. Yeah, funny, I had a question today from a lady today on my Instagram account asking about the guns. They re-tarmacked some of the road up to the guns. Well worth it. It's not as scary as you think. Right. Hi, Sean. Is it possible to drive all the way to the guns of Cartagena, or do you have to walk part of it? You can drive right up to the guns. Obviously, don't drive right up to where they've got the big guns. You still, there's They've done up the car park now, which is great. Plenty of parking space there now, but they don't let you park right up at the guns. Yeah, you still got, if you got some sort of walking problem, yeah, it's not like wheelchair friendly or nothing like that. But you have to walk some of the way. It's probably about a 5 minute, 10 minute walk up to the guns itself. Such a huge complex. It's got quite a few. You could spend a day up there, I suppose, walking about. But yeah, you ain't got to walk all up the mountain. You drive all the way up towards the guns. Check out my video. I've done a few videos on that. I actually done a drive too from Camposol, which I put onto my Facebook group today. So check that out. So that's pretty good, because I thought I was going to be going through this lot tonight, but your questions keep me going. And I've got 34 people starting to get fed up now. I notice they're starting to drop off now. So I'll just have a quick look if I missed anything. I did Tommy, that's what he was asking about. The guns. Are there many villas to rent on Camposol for a month or so? All I can say there, Des, this Airbnb is big time here in Spain. And on Camposol, I think somebody told me, I don't know if it was like 200 people doing Airbnbs, because a lot of people say, oh, how do we rent? I mean, I know other world properties, I've got a proper site where you can go on to see, what when you can rent for a month or so. But this Airbnb, there's so many people doing it, especially all along the coast, down towards the Mazarron, Bolwaevo. They're all doing it. So, and I think you can get some good deals there. No. So there you are, Des. See, I'll give you a bit of information there. So out of the Toltana markets on Wednesday, I'll tell you what, it's worth going to those markets, especially the Toltana one. It's all down the Rambla, both sides, really big market. You got a bit of, food and veg, and obviously not so much. Yeah, they do clothing. I think the Alhambra one's better, but the Toltana one's worth going to as well. Right. Angela's coming in. You missed it, Angela. You missed the slot. There's always next Sunday for that. We go so John's going to the guns tomorrow. So it's supposed to be a nice day tomorrow, John. Right. Thanks for better entertainment than a normal Sunday night. Well, am I on it now? Have I caught up with everything? Right. So 37 in the house. Is it easy to get to the Badlands? It is, Donna. I did a video on that. I did a drive to. If you check out my playlist under Camposol, you'll see a drive to from Camposol to the Badlands. Depends what you mean by. Do you mean to the lake, or do you mean there's quite a few viewpoints, which I, funny enough, have done on Google. I've got the free viewpoints around the lake, but you can, if you know where the Mariposa is, up past Alhambra de Murcia. If you go past the Mariposa, that's the hotel. There's a turning up there on the right hand side. Obviously, it's not to say the Badlands. It's like Gibis area, and you can see the lake from a distance, or you can go in another way, which is really hard to explain, but you can get right down to the lake. Yeah, but it's not easy, I must say, but it's worth visiting. That's for sure, especially if you want to go do a bit of walking. So anyway, I'm going to say that's it then, guys. It's coming out at 10 o'clock. I didn't think I'd do 10 o'clock. I thought I was going to finish at 9:30. But hey ho. So I'm going to say adios, amigos. I'm going to thank much everybody popping in. Top people. I will check out the Free Sticker Sunday, guys, that I've done sort of mid-term through this live vlog. I'll be back next Sunday. But like I said, next Sunday during the day, I'll be doing that 5-minute live chat and then that's where you can put in the free stickers. But so next Sunday, I'm going to be picking the winners of this weekend. So, adios, amigos. What's up? Says Yabis. So, have a great week, guys. Well, I'll just find out how to turn it off now. So, oh, here it is. Adios.